So now I'm going to continue on with some of the videos that the author of your textbook did. So this first one, he's going to talk about the toilet paper roll in your house.
You go to the store, you get some groceries at the store. You got the baggies, huh? You got the baggies all set, and you got all your bananas right here, and you're going to get the baggie. Do you have to put all the bananas down? Put one hand on top of the baggie thing, and then pull the other one. Do you have to do that? No, you don't do that. You keep the bananas in one hand, you grab the bag, and you go, you snap it. And when you snap it, what happens? The roll of bag, so much inertia, stays right there, doesn't it? And boom, it'll snap away from you, huh? How about when you're reading your book and you're on the toilet? Huh? What happens? You're on the toilet, you're reading a book like this. Do you have to stop when you're all through, put this down, hold the top of the toilet paper, and tear the bottom piece? Do you have to do that? You don't have to do that. You can keep reading the book, reach over, and snap down quick. And you rely on the inertia to hold it still. Isn't that true?
All right. So while you may not actually be reading your textbooks in the bathroom, but the concept is accurate. You don't have to hold on to the rolls if you snap the paper off quickly, which is something that most people don't have a tendency to do. But if you tear it too slowly, you end up having it doesn't work that well. So that's his first demo. So fill in your table. The second one is one that I am very hesitant to do, but he uses an anvil and has a student help him out with this one.
This has got a lot of mass, gang. To say it's got a lot of mass, to say it's got a lot of tendency to stay right where it is. Okay, I'm going to lay on here. Would you put the anvil right in my stomach, please? Right in my chest. Okay, right here. Okay. Now, would you get on the other side? Slam that thing as hard as you can. Over here, Troy. Oh, please don't miss the anvil. All right. Do you have any grudges against your teachers? Hit it harder.
Okay, so the reason that works is because the anvil has a lot of inertia. So instead of actually having this hurt the teacher, it actually, the anvil doesn't want to move, even though it's being hit by this very heavy mallet. And the student is really slamming it pretty hard, as you can tell by listening to it and kind of seeing everything move. But because the anvil has a lot of mass, it has a lot of inertia, it's gonna just want to stay where it is. So the teacher doesn't actually get hurt during this. However, I've never really been tempted to do this because I am always afraid somebody's gonna miss. Okay, so the last video, he talks about a couple of different things. So I'm going to recommend that you try to make a couple of notes in your column about what did you observe, because he talks about a number of things in here. So you might have to pause the video to catch all of them.
I got a couple of blobs. These are blobs of clay. These clays have inertia. Right now they're at rest. They tend to stay at rest. I put this clay on the top of my head like this, and I can see this one very clearly. But you know what, gang? I can't see this one back here. How can I see that one without touching? So if you turn around. Things tend to stay put. You ever do that? You got a bowl of soup, right? And you got the alphabet, and you want this alphabet over here near you, so you turn the soup bowl, and what happens? The alphabet stays there. You keep turning the soup bowl. Inertia. Things at rest tend to stay at rest.
Okay, so two things there. One, he had a hanger that he used, and he had two big balls of clay hanging from them. He put it on his head, and when he turned very quickly, the balls of clay stayed put. So then he was able to see the one in the back.
Inertia. Right now,
the other thing he talked about was the bowl of soup, which you may have had, like alphabet chicken noodle soup or something like that. And you had letters on one side, and then you go and turn the bowl, and the bowl turns, but the letters stay on the other side. And that's because of inertia. So inertia is all over our life, and there are things that we've just learned to do and we take it into consideration even without even thinking that this is inertia or this is Newton's first law of motion. So you are going to have a page here in your handout, which is page 30, and it has 6 scenarios, additional ones similar to things that we've talked about or videos that you've just seen. And I want you to try to come up with explanations for how the law of inertia applies to each one of these. So these should be things that you can visualize or things that you've actually seen. So that is going to be your assignment for this one, and I'll go over the answers in the next video.